No, nothing to do with you guys. It's just I needed to do something.
All right, let's go ahead, Carol.
First of all, good morning, everyone.
Start it off.
Good morning, Christian. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I saw video. I'm good. I saw video of Christian Fuchs back in practice and just wondered if he's an option to play this weekend.
Yeah. Christian is recovering very well. As you know, he's a top pro and he looks after himself, and he has been working really hard, as you can imagine, for his mentality to come back as soon as possible. Together with the medical department, I think they've done a good job. And now he's ready to be part of the group, to travel with us to Canada.
So that means he could. Would you put him in the starting lineup? I mean, is that a consideration?
There are many considerations I have to do, and I'm not totally 100%. I have an idea, but we will see. It's too early to take this decision. We have still one more training session.
Gotcha. I know after the game last weekend, we talked some about wingers, and so I had questions about like Kieran Vargas is a guy that fans loved the way he played the first time he got on the field. But I'm just curious, it's not always just offense or certain things. What is it that in your mind is kind of standing between him and taking that next step?
Kieran is a young player. He's adapting to a new country. He's doing well. He's training well, but he's still a young player. There are players that play that position, and we need to respect those players, because if one player plays, it means he takes somebody else's place. I like Kieran as well. We all do, and we think he can contribute greatly, but we need to be patient as well. And like I was reading some people commenting about the changes and not putting wingers. The changes that I was referring to get the point back home were made in the 90th minute. So the 90th minute, it was a different game because they tried to put balls in the box, and we need to deal with that challenge. Until then, we play to win, of course, with the same 4-3-3, because Jordi came on for Titi and Sergio came on for Ben, so it was like a like for like. So it was still 4-3-3 until the 90th minute. And then after, we wanted to secure or to give ourselves the best chance to come back home with something, because the boys deserved to come back at least with a point. And so, having said that, as I said, we took off Mackenzie because the team, it was a different game in the last 5 minutes of extra time. Only because of that, he was doing really well. So that's why to put Kieran would have been just the same. The team at that point had to play a different game for the last 5 minutes.
In general, though, it seems like early in the season, y'all didn't have enough wingers. Now you have a lot of options, and now you got Carol back and Josué in better shape. How do you approach having all these decisions there?
These are the challenges of a coach, and these are the good problems they always say to have when you have alternatives, when you have good players like we do in different positions, and we have to find the right balance to make sure that whoever plays is in this best moment, give 100%, and there is competition between them. So yes, we will try to manage that in the best possible way, me together with the coaching staff, and to make sure that whoever is on the pitch does his best, and whoever is not playing will support them, because they all will have an opportunity.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Steve.
Buongiorno, Christian. Looking back at the first Montreal game, which is 5 weeks back now, Charlotte controlled most of possession in that game, had more shots on target. The first one by Andre that went off the crossbar would have changed that game dramatically, but it didn't. And then the team's fighting to give up that goal, late in the first half, and just it wasn't able to come through there. Do you feel that there's been more growth from the team in this past month, to where you can go to Montreal and come back with 3 points?
I mean, As I said to you, Steve, is no one can guarantee that. It doesn't matter which team you are. But what we can say is that we will go there to give them a game and to be as competitive as we can. And our aim is always to go onto the pitch to win a game. This is for sure. Then sometimes will be possible, sometimes not, because of the opposition, because of many factors, but we will go always on the game, always on the pitch to try to win the game until the end. And then and then we will have to manage in certain circumstances the game as well, because the game sometimes can go in a different way that you prepared and expected for different reasons. But our aim is always to go on to the pitch to win. Regarding the first part of the questions, I think we found a team, the Montreal, that has been working in a certain way for a few months. So they are, as you can, very well organized. They play good football. They have good players, good coach, and therefore is a team that we need, again, to respect like everybody else, but we want to play also our game, home or away, the same. We want to go to Montreal and to play our game. If we are naturally, when the team spend more time together, they will become better and better. And we also introduce different principles. Like I said, from day one, every coach has got a different nuances of how to play the game, even though they might play the same system, but you want to see different characteristics or the different strategy. And the boys have been really great, again, to work hard the whole week. And I can sense that there is a sense of growth in that sense, that they are assimilating more what we are trying to do together and what we are trying to build together. I saw a great contribution from everyone, even from the younger players that they've been on loan to Charlotte Independence. They have been doing great. So I think the squad, I really like the shape of the squad in this moment.
And there's, in talking with the players, there does seem to be a confidence among them that they can compete with anybody in MLS, on any day. Do you feel that's the same?
I do. And I think that they are right. That's why I think we have to keep humble. We need to keep working well, hard every day. Not just hard, but well. Hard is the minimum, but well is key. So we are clear about what we want to do. Everybody has to be clear about his role and his responsibility in different phases of the game. And this is our responsibility as a coaching staff to make sure that they are really clear about what they need to do and what we want them to do for the greater good of the team. So far, I'm very happy with all the players. So I cannot ask for more at this moment. We cannot ask for more as a coaching staff. We are really happy, and we also enjoy reviewing the training and to see how they are progressing in this respect.
Molto grazie.
Prego.
All right, Arun, or no, Mike.
All right, Christian, I'll wave at you there.
Hey, Mike.
First off, my first one is, at what point does going, 8 games on the road without a win become a mental thing where the guys are saying, oh, here we go again on the road. How are we going to get that first road victory? Have we reached that point where it's a mental block, or because it just seems like it comes down to execution and making it happen?
No, I think this is more the mental point for the journalists, not for the team. We go to the game and you want to put this point across, but I think the boys, they go onto the pitch to try to play at the best every game. We always focus on our performance, on how to approach every game, how to try to improve our own model of the game. And I can guarantee you that we are not thinking about mental blocks or anything like that. We are thinking about how to be more and more confident about our system of play, our model of the game, and how we can improve in all the different phases of the game. And then we will go and give a game everybody to any team in the MLS, like we were saying before. And we will see the result at the end after we will play our own game stronger and stronger.
And then from your standpoint, and going back to the international break and the changeover from Miguel to you, have you had a chance to kind of catch your breath and absorb all the changes and kind of, are you feeling more and more comfortable in your role?
Yeah, it was a change, unexpected change, and it was a sudden. So you have to change the mentality also, not just for me, also for other members of the staff, also for the players. So that takes a little bit of time and adjustment. The routine is changed, but as the time goes on, the routine become clearer and it become a little bit easier on a daily basis. So, and also it become easier because, as I said before, we are working with a group of players that they are great as people that they put themselves, they give everything they have in every training session, and also when we do the video session, they are attentive, they are engaged, so that makes also our work easier.
But are you feeling more comfortable? Are you starting to exhale a little bit and breathe a little easier?
Yeah, no, I feel fine. I feel fine, and it's a good feeling to have the coaching staff around that I like and trust. The players the same, the club, everybody at the club. So I was. It wasn't easy, but I was breathing fine even before.
Thank you. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, Caleb.
Hey, Christian. I just wanted to ask you a bit about the Columbus game coming into this one. Is there anything that you learned or took away from that Columbus game as your first game coached away that you can take into the Montreal game this weekend?
Yeah. The one thing that I liked about the game against Columbus is that once again we had to adapt to a different system. So Columbus played a different system that they had played before, which was also, I think, a backhand compliment to our boys. And so they had to adapt. So what I learned is that our boys are capable to adapt to different situations. And also gave me the opportunity to look at how we can approach different systems on the spot, because sometimes when you are there and with so many people, it's difficult to give instructions. So the one thing that we learned from that game is that we have to be able to adapt to different change from the opposition, maybe even unexpected, quickly.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. I don't see any more hands. Anyone else before we end? Nope.
I'll ask another one real fast.
All right,
I'm not
last one.
fast. Do you need to go, Varen? I just want to ask, there was some reports about Sergio this week in Europe that he might be interested in transferring. And I wonder, as a coach, I know some of that is part of the game. Do you talk to Sergio? You got to keep the greater team in mind, right? Not necessarily adjust playing time for a personal choice. How do you handle that?
Listen, I don't follow too much the gossips, because if you do that, there is not enough time in the day to do our job as a head coach and coaching staff. I was reading a little bit. I have a great relationship with Sergio. He knows that I value him a lot. He's a player that I believe is important to this team. But then after, there are different considerations to be made, and these are partly, I will be involved and partly not, because this is the role of the club as well and the player. But Sergio seems to me to be in a happy place. He's a great guy to have around, really good. We all love Sergio, and he's a very good player. So it doesn't surprise me that teams in Europe are looking at him. It would surprise me the opposite, but not that people are looking at him. He's a very, very good player, great attitude, great kid to have around. Play, doesn't play, is the same. That is always show great professional attitude. And when he had to come on, like he did against Red Bulls Columbus, well, you saw yourself, Columbus, Red Bulls, he make an unbelievable assist. And against Columbus, he helped us to control the game and to be in their own half even more, and to switch the play and to take off the sting out of the game when they were trying to be more physical. So Sergio is a guy that you can count on. Even if he didn't play, he didn't start. He's a guy, he comes on, he pick up the speed of the game straight away, like all good pros do, and you can count on him 100%.
Thank you.
All
You're
right, and last one to Varun.
Hey, Coach, thank you so much for doing this. I want to ask about Guzman Corujo. What makes him so effective at making interceptions?
In making interceptions, Guzman is effective in many different ways, in my opinion. So this is a particular aspect of the game that you want to highlight. What help you to make interception is, first of all, is the ability to read the game, so to be in good position. And this is something that obviously we keep working on, but it comes with his own ability. And as I said in the past, he's willing to defend. He's like, he's got this quality of enjoying defending. He wants to defend, he enjoying breaking the play, enjoying being in a position to make it difficult for the opposition. He likes to have this physical contact. He's a warrior, and you could see also when Columbus fans, they were having a go at him, is because normally they do that against a player that they respect, and they want to take him off the game. But he's a guy that the more you put him under pressure, the more he will respond. So he's, again, a very, very important player for us.
What's the play that has there been maybe a moment in a game or a play that kind of stands out to you that shows, oh, this is someone who loves playing defense?
I think every play he does, he shows that. And then there are moments where the situation might highlight more, but there were two where, one in the first half, I think both with Hurtado, that is a good player, good striker that will give a fight to anybody, and he showed that in Atlanta against a very strong team. And in a 1v1 is competitive, and competitive he will go. He doesn't get scared in those situations. He actually takes the best out of him. So there were a couple of moments where he was on a 1v1 with Hurtado that he shows how reliable and strong he is, mentally first and physically also.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I think we're gonna end it there for today. Thank you, Christian, for your time, and we will see you guys on Saturday night.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks.